Hello students, welcome in social science class. Yesterday we have done the two topics development, features of development and goals of development, which are maybe different goal, conflicting or common goals. And students, there are two times. Let's work these out. Means these are the activities for you. After understanding these topics, you have to solve this. Try to solve it. If you can't, then I'll tell you the answer. And we have also done the national development. Now, next topic is how to compare different countries or states. You might ask, if development can mean different things, how come some countries are generally called developed and other underdeveloped? Before we come to this, let's consider another question. When we compare different things, they could have similarities as well as the differences. Which aspects do we use to compare them? Let's look at the students in the class itself. How do we compare the different students? They differ in the height, health, talents, and the interest. It means they are trying to say development. When we want to check that who is more developed, it means we have to compare the development. It may be the comparison of the two person, it may be the comparison between the two states or between the countries. So how do we compare the development? As you all know, in the earlier class also read that there on the basis of development there are three types of countries. One is the developed countries, underdeveloped and developing. Developed countries means where the per capita income is very high, which has already developed and which are very technologically advanced country. They are economically sufficient and technologically advanced countries. And on the other hand, developing countries which are on the way of development, which are going on the way development, means जो development कर रही हैं, पहले से काफ़ी डेवलप हो चुकी हैं लेकिन अभी भी वो डेवलपमेंट कर रही हैं. These are called developing, विकासशील, like India. And third category is underdeveloped, which are they have very low per capita income, which are behind the development. Their resources are not properly utilized and they are they're technologically not much advanced. Those countries are called underdeveloped countries. So how do we compare these countries? There should be must be a criteria whenever we want to compare. एंड वट वी वॉन्ट टू कंपेयर देयर मस्ट बी अ क्राइटेरिया. हमें कंपेयर क्या करना है उसके बेस पर हम एक क्राइटेरिया डिसाइड करते हैं. जैसे एग्जांपल दिया आपकी क्लास के अंदर, अगर हमने कंपेयर करना है हाउ मेनी बॉयज़ एंड द गर्ल्स इन द क्लास, सो व्हाट इज़ द क्राइटेरिया? जेंडर. हाउ मेनी गर्ल्स आर इन द क्लास एंड हाउ मेनी आर बॉयज़. And if we want to check how many students have the high IQ level and how many students are low IQ level, so their criteria will be differ. And when we want to check the height of the students, then criteria will be differ. And if we want to check the healthiness of the students, then criteria will be different. So what we want to compare, it must be a criteria. So when we compare the country's development, which criteria should we adopt or which criteria is used by the countries to compare its development? Usually we take one or more important characteristics of persons and compare them based on these characteristics. Of course, there can be differences, but are important characteristics that should form the basis of comparison? Friendliness and a spirit of cooperation, creativity or mark secure. This is true of development too. For comparing countries, their income is considered to be the one of the most important attribute. Here you can ask the question 1 mark, which is the important attribute to compare countries' development. As we have seen in the development goals, all the people have different development goals, but one thing is common there, that all want to increase their income. So income is the main attribute to compare countries development. Country with the higher income are more developed than other with the less income. This is based on the understanding that more income means more of all things that human beings need. Whatever people like and should have, they will be able to get with the greater income. So greater income itself considered to be one important goal. Now the question is, what is the income of the country? The income of the country is the income of all the resident of the country. This gives us the total income of the country. For comparison, when we want to compare countries' development by taking the attribute income, which income we take to compare countries' development? Total income is not such an useful measure. Countries having different population comparing total income will not tell us what an average person likely to earn. मीन्स कि अगर हम किसी भी कंट्री की टोटल इनकम लें कि इंडिया की टोटल इनकम कितनी है और यूएसए की कितनी है और इसको सीधा हम कंपेयर कर लें तो सीधा ही पता चल जाएगा जिस कंट्री की टोटल इनकम ज़्यादा है वो कंट्री ज़्यादा डेवलप है. नो, इट डजेंट टेल अस द रियल पिक्चर. ये हम एक एवरेज पर्सन की हमें नहीं बताएंगे. टोटल इनकम तो ज़्यादा हो सकते हैं कि वहाँ कुछ लोगों की इनकम बहुत ज़्यादा और बहुत लोगों की कम हो, तो हमें वो नहीं पता चलेगा कि कौन. और हो सकता है किसी कंट्री की पॉपुलेशन बहुत कम है और इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन बहुत ज़्यादा है. देन हाउ वी कैन कंपेयर देम? सो फॉर कंपेयरिंग कंट्रीज डेवलपमेंट बाय टेकिंग इनकम, वी टेक द एवरेज इनकम. It is also called per capita income. How do we calculate the per capita income? It is the total income of the country divided by its total population. Then we get the average income of a person. What is the meaning of average income? It means what a person likely to earn in a country. कि एक country के अंदर एक पर्सन औसतन कितना कमाता, उसकी इनकम कितनी, एवरेज इनकम कितनी कमा. मीन्स मैक्सिमम ऑल द पीपल्स आर नियर टू द एवरेज. सम पीपल दे हैव द मोर देन द एवरेज एंड सम few less than the average income. Means all are the near the average income a person likely to earn in a country, that is called average income. And how do we calculate average income? By dividing the total income with total population, we can get per capita income. Here the question arises, why do we use average income and what are the advantages to use average income? Average income means a person is likely to earn in a country. It is used to compare countries' development because it tells what an average person earn in a country. Because we can't take the total income of the country because all the countries have different population. So it is not proper method to take total income for comparison. Average income is the best attribute to compare countries' development. Now discuss the criteria. What criteria used by the World Bank to compare countries' development? This question can be asked in another way. Classify the countries on the basis of criteria used by World Bank. World Bank present its report, World Development Reports, brought out by the World Bank. These criteria used in classifying countries. The countries with the per capita income, first of all, which criteria has been taken by the World Bank? Per capita income. And on the basis of per capita income, World Development Report divide all the world's country into two categories. rich country, or we can say the countries with the high income, and on the other hand, second category is poor country or the country with the low income. Which country come in the rich countries? The countries with the per capita income of US dollar 12,056 per annum and above in 2017 are called rich country, and those with the per capita income of US dollar 955 or less are called low income countries. So, on the basis of the criteria used by World Bank, the countries are classified into two categories: rich income countries, country with the rich income, or we can say the country with the high income or rich countries, and second category is countries with the low income or poor countries whose per capita income is as per US dollar 12,056 per annum. Those are come under the first category, and the countries whose per capita income of US dollar 955 or less are called low income countries. And India comes in which categories? India comes in the category of low middle income countries because its per capita income in the 2017 was just US dollar 1820 per annum. So the countries, rich countries, excluding the countries of Middle East and certain other small countries, are generally called developed countries. Student, is it clear? The criteria used by the World Bank and classification of the countries. Now, one more question here at the last: why the Middle East countries are not included in the rich country, as they are with the high per capita income and they are developed country? Why they are not included? They are excluded, means they are not in the list. Why? The reason is that they have the only one attribute, high income. Only per capita income is high because they have the only one source, there's oil, but no other source. There is no distribution, proper distribution of income. That's why these countries are not included in the developed countries. Okay. Related to average income, there is one more question. What are the limitation of average income? हम एवरेज इनकम और पर कैपिटा इनकम को यूज़ करते हैं कंट्रीज़ की डेवलपमेंट को कंपेयर करने के लिए। पहले हमने इसके एडवांटेज बता दिए कि इससे हमें पता चल जाता है कि किसी कंट्री के अंदर एक आम व्यक्ति कितना कमा रहा है। कुछ उससे थोड़ी ज़्यादा कमा है, कुछ उससे कम कमा रहे हैं। क्योंकि पॉपुलेशन सबकी अलग अलग है, तो हम टोटल इनकम से ये एग्जैक्ट पता नहीं लगा सकते कि कौन सी कंट्री ज़्यादा डेवलप है। तो उसके लिए हम क्या एवरेज इनकम लेते हैं। लेकिन एवरेज इनकम में भी कुछ कमियां, उसकी लिमिटेशंस हैं, कुछ सीमाएं हैं जो हमें प्रॉपर नहीं बताती। लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दिस द लिमिटेशन ऑफ द एवरेज इनकम विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस एग्जाम्पल. See the table with the comparison of two countries, country A and country B. Imagine there are 5 citizens in each country. For the understanding the concept, there are 5 citizens in country A and country B. See the country A, the first citizen has the income is 9,500, and second citizen his income is 10,500, third 9,800, fourth 10,000, and fifth one is 10,200. In country B, the first 4 citizens have the 500 income, and the last citizen has the income is 48,000. Now you tell me, in which country do you want to live? Obviously all of you maximum will say the country B. If I am the 5th citizen, then I will ready to live in the country B. But if there is a random or draw system, you all will prefer to live in the country A, because here there is a very less difference between the income of the five citizens. And see, if we calculate the average income of both country, its average income is 10,000. अगर हम एवरेज इनकम देखें तो दोनों कंट्रीज़ की एवरेज इनकम 10,000 है. तो अगर एवरेज इनकम के हिसाब से देखें, हम कहें दोनों कंट्रीज़ आर equally developed, but it is not true. In country A, all have the similar income. कोई 200 ऊपर है, कोई 200 नीचे है, ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है. लेकिन कंट्री बी के अंदर वहाँ पर इनकम इनइक्वालिटी है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन जो है वो इक्वल नहीं है. इसलिए एवरेज इनकम हमें कंपैरिजन के लिए हमने यूज़ कर लिया, बट इट डजंट टेल अस द रियल पिक्चर ऑफ द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ इनकम. इट डज नॉट टेल अबाउट द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ इनकम. इट टेल्स अस ओनली अबाउट द इकोनॉमिक आस्पेक्ट्स. सिर्फ हमें एक चीज़ के बारे में बता रहे हैं, इनकम के बारे में, बट इट डजंट शो द कंट्रीज पीपल आर एजुकेटेड और नॉट, दे आर हेल्दी और नॉट, because other things are also important for the development of country. No doubt income is very important, but other things are also important. As we tell, the Middle East countries, they have the high per capita income, but they are not called the developed country because there is not proper right to the people, not education proper. So on other basis of other factors, we can't say that country developed country. So average income also has some limitations. It tells us only the economic aspects. It does not tell us the distribution of income, and it ignores the other attributes, other factors like the education, health status, environment, literacy rate. It doesn't tell about that. So another there is a let's work this out. You have to do it. Try to solve it. Next topic. Income and other criteria. What are the other criteria than income? If we want to compare the country's development, what are the other attributes? See the comparison of the between the states Haryana, Kerala and Bihar. If we take the only income, see which state is more developed. Haryana, because its per capita income is more as compared to the Kerala and the Bihar, according to 2018 and 19. But if we see the table number 2, where we have taken the other attributes like the IMR, literacy rate, net attendance ratio. First of all, you have to clear the terms. What is IMR? Many of you already know IMR means infant mortality rate. It means the number of children who die before completing the age of 1 year. Means जिन बच्चों की अपना फर्स्ट बर्थडे मनाने से पहले ही डेथ हो जाती है, उन बच्चों का रेशो पर 1000, उसे क्या कहते हैं? IMR, शिशु मृत्यु दर. And second one is literacy rate, the number of literate person in a country or a state. And third one is net attendance ratio per 100%. It means the children between the age group of 14 and 15, how much actually attending the school. मीन्स 14 और 15 ईयर्स के एज ग्रुप के अंदर कंट्री के अंदर जितने भी बच्चे हैं और उनमें से एक्चुअली कितने स्कूल अटेंड कर रहे हैं पर 100, उस रेशो को क्या कहते हैं? नेट अटेंडेंस रेशो. नाउ सी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दीज एट्रीब्यूट विच स्टेट इज वी कैन से मोर डेवलप. हरियाणा, वेयर द IMR इज 30, in Kerala IMR is 10, and in Bihar IMR is 35. If we see the IMR, which state is more developed? Kerala, because there the IMR is very less. And in Bihar 35 means 35 children are dying per 1000 in a year. And literacy rate, Haryana 82%, Kerala 94%, and Bihar 62. Here if we see the literacy rate, the Kerala is more developed because 94% people are the literate. And net attendance ratio, In Haryana, 61%. In Kerala, 83%. And in Bihar, 43%. If we see among these three states, Bihar is at the lower level, not developed state. And if we see only the income, then we can say the Haryana is more prosperous. But what will we do with the income if our children are not with us? They are dying, they are not healthy, they are not educating, no literacy. So, other attributes are also important for the development of a country. So, which are the attributes for comparing the country's development? Per capita income, literacy rate, IMR, and net attendance ratio. Public facilities. How is it that the average person in Haryana has more income than the average person in Kerala but lag behind in these crucial areas? कहते कैसे हम कह सकते हैं कि हरियाणा का एक एवरेज पर्सन की इनकम ज़्यादा है लेकिन फिर भी वो वहाँ पर इतना मतलब जो केरला है वो पीछे है और इन दीज क्रूशियल एरियाज द रीज़न इज़ दैट मनी इन योर पॉकेट cannot buy all the goods and service that you may need to live well. यहाँ पर वही जो पहले हमने बात करी थी जब इनकम से रिलेट किया था, दोबारा से वही बात है कि आपके पास पैसा है पॉकेट में भरा हुआ, क्या आप वो हर चीज़ वो खरीद सकते हैं जो आपको एक अच्छी लाइफ जीने के लिए चाहिए? आंसर इज़ नो. पैसा बहुत कुछ है बट सब कुछ नहीं है. It's true that we require money to fulfill our needs, but it can fulfill our only materialist things, not all the qualitative things. Like we can buy the medicine with the money, not the health. We can buy the car or bike, but not the pollution-free environment. So, why Kerala has low infant mortality rate? Because it has adequate provision of basic health and education facilities. So what are public facility, or we can say basic facilities? Basic facility or public facilities are those services which are the first requirement for the development of any country. किसी भी country, city या स्टेट की डेवलपमेंट के लिए जो सबसे बेसिक सर्विसेज होती हैं उनको प्रोवाइड करना ताकि कंट्री की और स्टेट की डेवलपमेंट हो सके, उन्हें हम बेसिक सर्विसेज कहते हैं. जैसे रोड्स हैं, सैनिटेशन है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है, हेल्थ फैसिलिटी है, स्कूल्स है, एजुकेशन है. दीज आर द बेसिक सर्विसेज एंड हुज ड्यूटीज टू प्रोवाइड दी सर्विस? द गवर्नमेंट. Okay students, today's topic we stop it, and next day we'll do the next topic. Tomorrow we'll do the next topic.